Cashville. Dude. Honestly, I don't know why these videos are so hard for me to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I'm talking to my psychiatrist there, bud, I had some weird times, buddy. Did some weird shit. I'm not saying I was innocent. All I'm saying is I wasn't hurting anybody, and all I was doing was asking questions. So I didn't have to do that silly stuff. See, it drives your mind crazy. But here's the problem is your mind expands and it sees different possibilities even when you're going through these times. But like I said, if somebody would have talked to me, it probably would have eased me back in. But I'm glad nobody talked to me because I got the chance for my mind to expand and see what was actually going on in the real world, Cashville. What'd you think of that video of me and my psychiatrist? What do you think I should do, bud? Should I call the news? Because I got two like that, right? I got two good ones. And those aren't even the good ones. I got one of my first meeting with Poku, buddy, where I'm asking him to talk to me, and he's telling me no. He's throwing me in the hooskow. And I'm trying to tell him that it might be my workplace and maybe he needs to investigate. I wonder how that one would go over. But then again, there's some other videos too that if I could get those videos from the hospital, primo, buddy. But what do I do with it? Like, honestly, do I go to the news? Do you think the news is going to print that? Especially when I have to be honest and truthful and say that I think I'm a chosen one and look like a goddamn nut bar? Like, what kind of position am I in, Cashville? I don't know, bud. It's like a movie, buddy. This is what I want you to think about. Life is like a movie, right, buddy? Because I say I'm doing a movie. So think of life like a movie. God is the producer of this movie. You just got to find your character, Cashville. Because if you don't find your character, you're not in the sequel. Did I explain that right? I'm just saying, hey, bud, it might not be a bad idea to find Jesus. And I know what you're thinking, Carl, why do you keep coming after me? Why? Why do you hate me so much? Why do you pick on me? I don't hate you, Cashville. I love you. You want to know why I love you, bud? Because I learned from you. Everybody that's hurt me, I got a learning lesson. And I looked at her from all angles, buddy, because when I was going manic, you want to know something? I thought that Troy Solinger from Marwood Metal might possibly be my friend. Turns out he is my friend, because at least he showed me exactly who he was from the get-go. It's the friends that fucked me over that were a surprise. But hey, they all taught me a lesson too. That's what you guys are for. You're to teach us lessons so that we can teach you the lessons back, Cashville. Do you understand that? Do you get that? But like I said, bud, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. But here's the deal. We don't allow anybody to step on us neither. Because I tell you, I'm a troll, buddy, through this whole thing. Because you know a good troll, he'll stick her out to the end. Because the only thing a good troll wants is an uncle. Run away crying, right? I ain't had no one stick around for me. I ain't had Wade Deaver bite. I ain't had Dagburn bite. I ain't had nobody but AD bite. See, remember in my doctors, if you listen to the whole thing, told them I was over at YouTube playing a fucking game. And it is, Cashville. I think it turns out to be the game of life, bud. I honestly believe you teach the whole world how they act. You guys can go on here. I got Snaggleburn on my TV right now. And it is absolutely amazing that you can sit there straight faced and say this shit and know that it's not true. Like, and then say you're a man of Jesus. And then expect a man of Jesus not to get upset that you're lying. I really want you to go listen to the lyrics in Upchurch's new album and tell me why I wouldn't get the idea that he's chosen just from that album alone. But if you want to go into some other stuff, you can read the Ideas too. You can read Past the Stars, Superstar, People's Champ. Here's what I think. This is what I think. I might be wrong. Because I think everybody's got this perception of God that is just, it's beyond my brain, my comprehension. Like, God is thought of as evil. Evil in this world. Can you believe that, Cashville? How could he be evil? To give us life and then we turn around and say that he's evil? Because he gave us free will to choose him or not? Think about it. Think about it, Cashville. Think about if he didn't give us free will. We'd just be just a bunch of zombies walking around, knowing exactly what we're supposed to do, doing our routines. This way we have to search for them. Search our dreams out. Accomplish the impossible, Cashville. I don't know how you don't get that I'm not trying to do the impossible, bud. But you can't do her all by yourself. So that's why I think there's a bunch of chosen people. And here's the thing. Y'all, like, everybody wants to make fun of me for... We're chosen. We know we're chosen. We know we're leaders. And we've come to make you leaders, Cashville. Because I don't think followers of men do too well in the next little bit. I really don't. I'm flabbergasted when I do these videos. And that no one ever says a word about the kids being hurt. Like, never a word, Cashville. Instead, you throw in my face and you call me saying I got some sort of ring going on in my basement. Meanwhile, I'm asking you legitimate questions that are concerning me about the perfume boy. And you don't want to answer or talk about that. It's almost sickening to my stomach. How no one would want to talk about this stuff and find a way to stop it. Dude, I know how the world operates, bud. Can you not hear it in those videos? That's just a little slice of what I've been through. A little slice. Because with those stories is a whole lot more. And you know what that story's about? It could be about any one of you. It can happen to you in a flash. You won't even know what happened. Next thing you know, you're sitting there thinking, I don't deserve to live. All because of someone's ego, Cashville. Someone's bullying because they think they're better and smarter. And in reality, the only reason that man never listened to me is because he knew I was smarter than him and he didn't want to accept it. It was going to be his way or the highway. Well, unfortunately, his way cost a man his life and could have cost me mine. But no one cares or wants to talk to me about that sort of shit. One person in over 3 years has offered to talk to me, Cashville. And now I'm scared to talk to people because I don't trust them. You know why? Because every time I ask for help, those are the people that fuck me. There's a dude, Michael Della Rocha. You can go back and listen to the story. He's a chosen one who does fucking nothing but flap his gums about nothing. See, this is how slick you fuckers are. See, what he did is he made sure he did 3 full shows on me at like over 70,000 followers. And what he did was he made sure he never said my name or acknowledged me. But he knew that I would know that he was talking to 70 or 80,000 people about me. Because if he was willing to do a full show on somebody, and I can prove it was about me, and not let the other person stand up for themselves, because if you have the truth, you know the person's not going to come. But he hides it. He could have killed me. His actions could have killed me, sent me, because I actually thought I finally had someone to talk to. I thought, oh my, someone who kind of has the same thoughts as me. Could have knocked me like right out. It upset me. I got right back up. Started reaching out to like some other people. Most didn't answer back, so really couldn't argue. I mean, if they don't want to talk, that's up to them. It's just when you trash me, I have a problem with it. So I went and asked your buddy Daggleburn for help. That's all recorded. Ask him how he looks in that situation. Not like a good dude. I reached out to Kurt. I reached out to Uncle Will. I reached out to Bare Bones. You should see the videos that Bare Bones does about me. I mean, he's a complete fucking idiot. Like a complete idiot. I don't even know if I can learn lessons from him. That big of an idiot. And he's the nice one out of all he is. Isn't that weird? He's a covert narcissist. A little teddy bear. Wouldn't hurt anybody. His actions, you can see it. I did replays of his stuff on how it could affect somebody, so, you know. I mean, at least Kurt stood up like a man and we can talk back and forth, and I still don't have a problem telling me he's a beta because his children are in trouble and he doesn't really want to do anything about it, but those are his choices. But he doesn't have the right to tell me not to keep trying for his children. So every child there, Cashville, they're coming after all of them, in case you haven't noticed, bud. All of them. Let's get back on to what do you think I should do, bud? Where do you think I should go to tell my story where I don't piss people off? Because, like, all these church people who don't really worship God, the preachers have them worshiping them. They will lead you to salvation. Because again, like Old Upchurch says there, Cashville, I am a leader you should not follow. Jesus is the leader. Therefore, once you're with Jesus, you're a leader, buddy. And then you can go on to the sequel. You know what I mean? You know what's been kind of weird lately? I think I said this in another video. I try not to worry about what I did yesterday or whatever day. I just try to move forward and try and build the future. But I do remember, like, this flat earth thing's starting to make me wonder. Like, I'm serious, dude. Like, they talk about this firmament and how, like, it's fucking weird. But like I said, when I'm on mushrooms, I see this blue grid up in the sky, which is fucking weird. Like, just saying. Don't worry, in case AD's watching. That was only back then. Still haven't had mushrooms for like a year or a long time, bud. Long time. Just saying. What do you think about that stuff, Cashville? So, that would make all of the NASA stuff all fake and all of that. I've been seeing some stuff where people are being interviewed. I don't know if they're really telling the truth or it's make-believe stories or whatever, but they make up the imagery for NASA so we can see from the Hubble telescope and all of that. Yeah, that's kind of weird, eh? But think about it. If all of that stuff is fake, where does that put Elon Musk? He would know. Because he thinks he's taking us to Mars. Right? He would know. But why is he such a good dude? Like, he offered to pay for world hunger, right? He bought Twitter to give us a little bit of freedom on the thing, and he comes off looking like a good guy. What, is that his job? Is to look good? I don't know. This is all weird with Elon, eh? But then there's that Eliza Blue situation where he supports that woman. That's kind of odd. Then some of his other picks in his personal life that I've heard about, I don't know if it's real or not. Then there's the nanny video too, buddy. That's weird. Like, is that real? You think they would put a stop to that? I mean, if they're going after misinformation, that nanny is saying some weird shit. And if it's not true, they should stop it. Like, we should start calling out liars. Hey, Cashville? That's what causes the Matrix, buddy, is all these lies. It's all built on lies. Because they got your heads all twisted and manipulated. I'm going to have to go because my dogs are being jerks.